Put the PC shot on. Who do we have here? We got Tarantula. You claim you want respect and that you deserve more recognition. I don't really want recognition. I just want more respect. I mean, the people that recognize me, that's fine. I don't want more recognition, dude. I don't want the recognition of the general public. The general public, with all due respect, I mean, take a look at public anything and see how that works out. Take a look at public bathrooms, right? You go to a public bathroom, it's fucking trash. It's garbage, right? Go to the public schools. It's all garbage. When the general public has access to shit, it sucks. I'm just saying. Anyway, you refuse to even do shows or have a schedule. Look, I just want you all to know, I don't do this because I have to do this. I really don't. I mean, I hope that y'all know I've been doing this like in a very inconsistent type of way for a long period of time. I mean, I've been known to kind of drop out for times, and it's just how it is, and it's because, look, I don't want to be I don't want to be somebody who's popular, dude. I don't like fame. I don't want fame. The only thing I want is the respect of the people that know who I am. That's why I'm a respected member of my community, and I respect the folks that respect me, and I mean, that's really what I'm about. I mean, I do this more at one point it was a labor of love. Now it's kind of like, the past, let's just put it this way. This month I was thinking about just, taking a hiatus for another like 4 years, or if I live that long or whatever the fuck. But, I calmed down and, I had a good time, and, I'm feeling a little better about stuff, at least for the current present time, all right? Anyway, and then you wonder why content creators or even VTubers like Kirsche have more acknowledgement, viewers, and subs. Look, I don't understand why they have it. It's because of the content. It's just like, I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I mean, it pisses me off internally because it's just a recognition of the fact that most people have moved back in the evolutionary phase of humanity. I mean, they have thrown themselves back, and as a result, they're simple. I'm sorry. Anyway, your audience would rather betray their country rather than listen to any of your subversion. Yeah, well, they say that now, all right? And believe me, look, what do you think? Listen, I'm not saying I'm for this. But you have to be an objective and a realistic observer of why the fuck things are happening. And the reason that Washington, D.C. isn't worried, well, I'm sure they're worried, but they're not throwing any kind of stoppage to the amount of immigrants that are flooding into the country is because, look, we're about to head into a bad, maybe even a depression, but at least a very bad recession. And many people right now that are living in fantasy land, and I'm talking to many of you that are out here that are living in like, spaghetti, anime, games and shit. You people are about to get a readjustment of your lifestyle, and I don't think that you people are mentally and emotionally prepared for that. And these folks out here in Washington recognize that you gotta fucking do something to remedy this problem, because what happened the last time that we had a recession? We had Occupy Wall Street, which was a fucking embarrassment. Because what was Occupy Wall Street? It was a bunch of fucking bums that didn't want to do a goddamn thing and spend all their time, effort, and energy banging a drum, occupying some fucking area of the country. All of you psychotropic drug-taking motherfuckers, you aren't emotionally stable enough to handle the realism and the readjustment of your fucking lifestyle that I think, with all due respect, I think that we're going to have a lot of people either commit suicide, in my opinion, because they are not emotionally prepared to be like, wait a minute, I'm not this person. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I mean, that's why you have all these fucking social media stars killing themselves now. You got a lot of people killing themselves now. Just imagine when they have to readjust their lifestyle because there's not that much fucking money circulating in the fucking economy. When the price of fucking food, the price of oil, the price of everything that costs to live is going to continue to go up, and there's not enough money circulating, you people are going to have to either readjust your lifestyle. These immigrants don't. These immigrants are appreciative of whatever economic opportunity that they have here, and they're appreciative of the safety that this fucking country bestows. And I think that you people, you need to fucking open up your eyes and recognize that the reason that immigrants are coming in here is because many of you think that you are above certain occupations. Many of you think that you're above certain pay grades, and that's why we have all these people coming in here. Anyway, viewers or subs, why your audience would rather betray their country? Yeah. If you would include actual news people actually wanting to listen and some variety instead of repeating the same old... Dude, listen to me. I'm not repeating headlines. I'm using those pieces of evidence that it's not just Yahoo, dude. I go all over the world. If you go back, I go to every publication, dude. I go and scour. I actually news aggregate. I'm not like you people who sit there, put a finger in your ass and hoping that fucking dyke, Rachel Maddow gives you all the 411. I go out there and fucking figure it out for myself. And then once you accumulate what you think based upon the totality of the investigation of what it is that you're trying to news gather from, when you deduce like what could possibly be real and what isn't, then you make your assessment, you fucking piece of shit. Jesus Christ, man. You know what? I get it, globalists. I'm not fucking joking around. I fucking get it, man. Seriously. I would like a society. Never mind. Now I'm talking crazy. All right. Anyway, let's just listen to your videos. All right. Tarantula did do 15 beers, so I guess I got to fucking do that. Anyway, if you did interviews with as many people as possible, listen, I don't want to do interviews anymore. I don't like the interview podcast. It is the most fucking boring. It is the most mundane shit. And you know, Dana White, which I admire very much, even though, you know, he's still a Trump fan and shit. I just think he's a self-made guy. He's a badass. He did what he had to do. And guess what? His mama didn't like him. I mean, he didn't have anybody backing him up. He figured it out and he fucking became who he was. All right. But he walked out of the Howie Mandel podcast because Howie Mandel sounded like a disingenuous piece of shit, just like all these other fucking podcasters out here. And I just think that, like, there's just too many podcasters like, oh, what? I got to go do an interview with this shit. And the interviews suck. They're all the same shit. I can't stand these fucking podcast interviews, man. They say the same shit. Nobody thought provokes. Nobody tries to do any. It's like, oh, well, can you tell us about this? And then they shake their head. It's the fucking same shit I see in every fucking podcast. Oh, can you tell us this? And then they start talking, and it's like, oh, I'm going to shake my head even though I'm not fucking listening. Anyway, fuck interviews. Your message would get across in aiding the community instead of hiding on your corner of the internet claiming to be underground. Look, I want to be underground, dude. I don't want to be famous. Dude, I was around since 2008, dude. I don't want to be these fucking people that are making money doing this shit. I mean, just imagine, man. I mean, you have to. I don't want to do this every day. I want to be honest with you guys. I have a life. I love my life. And whether or not, you know, if you knew who I was or whatever I did, if you thought it was simple or if you thought it was stupid, whatever it is, it's my life. I love it. I don't need anybody else in it. It's my fucking world, and I just love it, dude. I don't want it to change. I don't want what? Oh, look at me. I've got fucking idiots that want to fucking know me because, oh, look, I did this shit on a fucking podcast or some fucking YouTube video or some shit. I swear I do not want any of that shit. I swear to you guys, man. If I did, I would have done like all these other fucking stupid tards. Like, hey, look at me. Like, I'm this fucking streamer that's got to stream most of my fucking life because fuck that shit, dude. I love my life, dude. That's what I try to do in whatever show I do, whether it's True Capitalist Radio or Ghost Show. I try to tell people that you can do the same fucking shit. All right? We live in a country where instead of pissing and moaning, if you put your energy and effort into making yourself better and to making whatever it is that you want into reality, you would find it very easy, in my opinion. You'd find it very easy to navigate this fucking place. But instead, isn't it easier? Isn't it easier just to piss and moan and be like, oh, it sucks. It's the man's fault. It's my mama's fault. It's my daddy's fault. It's fucking public. It's everybody else's fucking fault, man. All right. Anyway, instead of hiding in my corner, by the way, of the internet, if you went into the mainstream platforms like YouTube or hell, even Twitch, to get your message of capitalism to the masses and the normies, then you would get respect. Well, that's what I'm doing. All right, look, I'll be honest with you. The Ghost Show, tomfoolery, all the stuff, I'm not going to change the Ghost Show. True Capitalist Radio, which I'm going to try to do next week. If I can, I'll do Ghost Shows, but I want to change it. And I do not want like the fucking trolley crap. I get it. Believe me, there's a lot of folks. I get it. I get it. Anyway, then you would get the recognition, but hey, keep hiding on your corner of the internet, posting about Joe Sixpack basic stuff like Gamergate 2, using the excuse that your community is toxic and that you would be able to remain popular in platforms. Keep being the, quote, just want to be the guy left alone guy, while others are actually trying to change this demoralized country. All right, well, I like that cheap shot at the end, fucking asshole, all right? Hey, go ahead and fucking just sit there and just talk shit while, we're trying to, this guy's acting like he's trying to do something. We're trying to do some shit. I've been trying to do some shit, dude. I mean, listen to the True Capitalist. This show used to be called True Conservative Radio back in 2008. And everything that I ever talked about was literally the prognostication of what we're witnessing today. I said that single women are the ones that are raising children in 08. And what did I say? I said that we were going to see the absolute pussification of the American male back then. And look at it now. All right? I mean, it is what it is, dude. I'm sorry I'm being so passionate about this shit. Anyway, Tarantula thinks I'm not doing enough, even though, I've been doing what I can. Look, I don't, what do you want me to do? You want me to sacrifice my life for these fucking people? You can only lead a horse to water, and those that drink it, that's great. You want them to be the ones that change it. I don't want to fucking change this place. If you think that you can change it, you go do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm an old fuck, dude. I'm about to die here in a few years. You think I give a shit about what the fuck's gonna happen? You young people have to do this shit if you believe in it. And you have to have substance. You have to have reason. You have to have the ability to be able to convince enough people that are on this fucking earth or in a geopolitical area for you to have the authority to do that. And I've been trying to convey that message in every fucking broadcast that I've done. And in my opinion, it's gone over the head of most motherfuckers. And why do I get pissed off when I do this fucking show? If it isn't Ghost Show, it's True Capitalist Radio, and it seems like nobody fucking gives a shit. This is why. Anyway, can we get to the next video? Where are we at here? All right, Tarantula. All right, I appreciate the 15 beers. I appreciate the criticism, but I hope you understand at this point. All right, so let's go ahead. I'll take a listen. You fucking piece of shit, Tarantula. You, after all that shit I read, you donated a goddamn VTuber, especially Kirsche, this fucking obviously fucking lard in the windpipe fatty.
But just the amount of people who have been indoctrinated that are now in game design is ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
And there's always going to be those people that are just like, well, why do you care? And it's like, well, first of all, I like video games. And even if I didn't like video games...
Okay, I understand if you work for a living, all right? And you're like, hey, I want to do video games on my off time, and you don't have a significant other. 100% video games. But if you have a wife and you have children and you're fucking playing video games, you're a piece of fucking shit. All right? I don't give a shit how much you fucking try to cope with it. Games are a waste of fucking time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say you should not waste your time how you want to do it, but games literally just eat away time. You don't know how many people I have talked to that were gamers that would be gaming and they're like, man, I gamed at 9 p.m. and it just seemed like 2 hours. And before you know it, it's 6 fucking, it's like fucking 8, 9 hours later. So anyway, just play this shit. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I'm talking, man. Nobody gives a flying fuck.
The same reason why I cared for the shit happening in comics. Do I read comics? No. Do I care about comics? No. I've never been a fan of cape shit, and I don't give a shit about Marvel or DC or any of the fucking comic book shit.
I'm sure you care about, the DoorDash menu, huh? You can hear it in your windpipe, bitch. Would you like, I bet you give this bitch a menu, she looks at it and goes, okay, I'll take it. Fucking fatty.
But I could see them getting infiltrated, and I could understand why their fans were upset. It was a problem. It was part of the entertainment. And if you control the culture, you can control the children. And if you control the children, you control the future.
Oh, here we go. Another fucking idiot that thinks that they know, you control the children, you control the future. Hey, dumb bitch, you're trying to show yourself off as some animation character. You don't think that you have any influence over some stupid fucking brat whose parents don't give a shit and throw a goddamn electric device in front of their hand and find you? Fucking dumb bitch.
And this is part of a concerted effort. It's not just about the ideologues in video games. It's not just about the ideologues in comics. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. They are in film, they're in games, they're in comics, they're in regular literature.
Yeah, she sounds like she really gives, or it, or whatever, they give a fuck. Just fucking eat, bitch. You don't give a fuck about any of this shit. If you did, you wouldn't be being a VTuber. Guess what? If you really cared about this shit, bitch, you would have a significant other, and you wouldn't be doing this shit every day. And that's my point, okay? I know you guys are like, hey, why don't you get a consistent schedule? Dude, listen, this is not like the internet and all the shit that I do. It's not my life, dude. I love my life. I only have so much time in my day. I only have so much time in my life. And you got to allocate it accordingly. And when you see people like, or any of these streamers, I mean, look, here's Asmon Gold, for Christ's sake. I mean, this guy, right, he's some fucking stupid loser that's been doing this for so long, and he's worth so much money, and guess what? He continues to do it because there's nothing else this fucking idiot can do. He's not intelligent, he's not smart, he's not a good businessman, he doesn't know how to allocate his resources, he's a fucking idiot. All right? That's why I'm saying, any one of you people that admire any of these fucking social media stars, I mean, these people are trash. Every single one of them. Why do you think I've never wanted to collab with any of these fucking people? I don't give a shit who they are. Why do you think I've never fucking wanted to be going to these cons or any of this fucking crap? It's garbage, man. I mean, for Christ's sake, there's a movie called Devil's Advocate. I know I probably said this to many of you folks that have listened to me for a minute, but in Devil's Advocate, the devil says that, hey, vanity is my favorite sin because Satan doesn't have to give you shit. He doesn't have to conjure shit up for you. All he's got to do is make all of his stupid idiots that follow him think that they like you. That's all vanity is. It's all a bunch of people, whether you know them or not, saying, oh, look, we love you. Hey, it's all empty bullshit. All right, dude, fuck off. All right. Oh, that's not what the devil's advocate is, you dumb fuck. That's what he said. That's the last goddamn line of the movie. Get this idiot out of here, fucking moron. Get him out of here. That's not what he... That's what he does. The last fucking words of the fucking movie is vanity is definitely my favorite sin. And guess what? You're probably a goddamn tard. You're probably an autist. You're probably fucking fingering your asshole to this fucking fatty. Fucking idiot.
Vamping and rewriting old classic books for a modern audience. These people are everywhere, and do not let them tell you that you shouldn't care because it's a video game. Because it's not about the video game. It's about the culture. And part of controlling the culture is to co-opt literally everything. And that's what Bridge is doing. And if you have Bridge, using the companies that you buy products from, trying to embody this ideal, trying to give you this ideology that you cannot escape, and you say, well, I will turn to my forms of entertainment because I do not wish to engage. But when you go to your forms of entertainment, all of the movies are corrupt, all of the games are corrupt, all of the books are...
You're part of that corruption, you dumb cunt. All of you VTubers are part of that corruption. All right? You are trying to... And look, let's not be stupid. Every one of these VTubers tried to pander to the incel, to the guy that never gets a chick, that tries to live vicariously through this, like, oh, it's my virtual chick and that sort of shit. Go fuck off. All right? Seriously.
Are corrupt. All of the comics are corrupt.
Fuck off.
You have no escape. There is nowhere for you to go to escape this ideology. The time for...
let me give you an idea there, Kirsche. Why don't you go outside? Why don't you go around your neighborhood or some shit? Why don't you go talk to people? Why don't you go live life instead of being like, you know what, they're fucking doing this. And I mean, go live some fucking life and not be a goddamn idiot that's behind an avatar all fucking day.
I just want to be left alone ended more than 20 years ago. And if you still have the I just want to be left alone, why should I care about this mentality? You deserve to watch everything around you that you love crumble into nothing.
Dude, this is such empty leftist shit. I hate people that talk like this. This is very abstract shit. She's just like, you know what? If they're like doing this with the culture, she's not being very specific. It's all abstract. This is your fucking classic leftist bullshit. This bitch has said nothing the whole time. You know what? If you don't do this and you don't do that, then you deserve... Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck does that mean, you dumb bitch? You're part of the corruption. All right, you're the one that is fucking contributing to delinquency, and who the fuck is going to watch an animation like you? Mostly young people, you dumb fucking cunt.
Because you are spineless, and you have nothing you care about. You just want to be left alone, ended in 1862.
I just want to be left alone so I can continue to watch fucking Kirsche, because I'm a fucking stupid piece of shit. Can we get to the next video by fucking Tarantula, please? Jesus Christ.
Samuels. In Japan, like, at the end
of God. Are you fucking kidding me? The Kirsche deposition, and this bitch actually stayed on for 3 hours and 15 minutes with us. This is probably this dude. I mean, give me a break.
The day, they're going to sell, right? So... I think, yes, they're willing to do stuff. It's just corporate bullshit if it just goes on a website and they don't follow it. But at the end of the day, they're going to try to sell, which is the difference between them and people like Disney and the Western companies. It's a big difference.
Yeah. And Bridge has existed since about 2021. They were a monitoring company for ESG. And their Bridge 2.0 initiative is what's going to be taking effect this year. Because they came to the same conclusion that the rest of us did. We're using ESG and like diversity as...
You know what, Kirsche? This is the kind of fatty I want to hear, I mean, what are you doing this? I mean, you should be an executive. If you're a fatty, why don't you go out there and fucking like, hey, look, I mean, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Fucking, man, bitches make me sick. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, hear this bitch. She obviously has enough like, hey, I'm able to talk legalese when it comes to legal mindset. Fucking dumb bitch, man.
A marketing campaign, as we've seen with Dove, as we've seen with Bud Light, as we've seen with so many other companies that tried to push crazy ESG commercials. It's just, it's not going to work if you only have it as a marketing campaign. So what they're trying to do with Bridge 2.0 is to embed ESG as a core tenet of how a company operates. They want equity of employment, equity of like the means to the end in the company, equity in the product building stages, equity in availability of products after they are completed. So they want the company.
That's kind of great. Like availability of products. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like it is.
You dumb fucking idiots. The reason that they're trying to branch out is because they're a corporate entity. Now, you see, what these dumb idiots don't understand, because I do, I mean, you know, me, the inner circle, we trade stocks and shit in the mornings and, you know, do our shit. They don't understand that, look, it's about marketability because corporations are about growth. And if you've cornered a market, right, like let's say, I don't know, you hear all these folks talk about how this corporation used to be for a certain demographic, and now they're pandering to another demographic. They're pandering to another demographic because you have to continue to grow your company. And the only way that you grow your company is if you expand whatever marketability it is to the other demographics that are highly fucking spendthrifty. And dare I say that the spendthrifty demographics are gays, women, and blacks. And it just so happens that all this dumb shit that you're hearing and the marketing focus and everything, that they're geared towards those demographics because those demographics, women, gays, and blacks, they don't have loyalty to brands. There's no brand loyalty to them. So it's very easy to market to them and say, hey, Snoop Dogg fucking buys my shit, or hey, this fucking gay buys my shit, or hey, this woman buys my shit, and they go and they buy it. You put a rainbow on a can, you put a rainbow on anything, the gays will go and buy it. All right? You put fucking any kind of hip, whoever the fucking hip, why do you think you had, what was that Burger King or McDonald's with fucking, what was that? That fucking one Dominican bitch rapper, fucking that Bodak Black, what the fucking Cardi B and Offset or whatever the fuck they had their own fucking meals at these fucking fast food joints. It's about marketing, dude. You understand? I mean, come on, man. That's how capitalism works. You expand your fucking market. Jesus Christ. It's not a conspiracy, you fucking idiots. It's about money. Ugh.
Crazy. And the BRIDGE acronym stands for belonging, representation, inclusion, diversity, and equity. And then the G in BRIDGE is the gap that they need to bridge with all of the aforementioned letters.
Yeah, because see what the real well, I found one that was really interesting is like they have this little legal lecture here. I immediately like latched onto that because you know lawyer, law nerd. Obviously, I'm going to get on that. And the funny thing is that what I'm seeing here.
Hold on,
because they're realizing
Bog77 in Vaughn chat was like, "Oh, so money is life." Well, no. Let's just put it this way. All right, we're going into Easter, and I guarantee you, Easter Sunday, if you go to church, no matter what your denomination is, they're going to give you that basket to throw some money in there. So if it wasn't about money, what's life about? And I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, you know, it's all about money. Money is what gives you the freedom to be able to do whatever it is that you think that you want your life to do. And it's up to you and your ambition and your will and you know, what you're willing to work. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, we're lucky in America. God damn it, I can't believe you people don't believe how lucky we are to be in here. No matter how fucked up you think it is. Man, I mean, we have the luxury. I mean, the people that are bitching and moaning get to go to fucking Comic-Cons and they watch anime and they, you know, it's bullshit. And you people better fucking recognize this very fast because I'm telling you, the crash is coming. And when it does, you people are going to have to readjust your lifestyles, man. And I don't think that you're emotionally or mentally prepared for it, which sucks because, you know. Anyway, I want to hear a little bit more of Kirsche because now I'm a little impressed with Kirsche because she actually fucking knows some shit. Although, you know, she's trying to play the, oh, I'm the white girl angle and how dare they do this and do that. Listen, what white people need to understand is that white people have brand loyalty. Whenever they spend money on whatever, whether it's toothpaste or fucking shampoo, whatever, once they grow accustomed to that, there's not much you can like market to them that's going to change their mind from going away from, I don't know, whatever toothpaste or whatever. You know, they have brand loyalty. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that, you know, unfortunately, that's the thing about markets. When you conquer a market and you can only get so much at a market, you've got to go and pander to other markets. And that's what's fucking happening. That's what all this shit's about. Dude, listen to me. If you don't think that blacks, okay, spend money, especially on entertainment, take a look at Tyler fucking Perry. Tyler Perry has a 300-acre estate that is like, you know, it's just almost fucking vulgar how fucking rich it is. And look, Tyler Perry, to his credit, nobody gave him that. The black people bought his fucking bullshit, that, you know, Grandma Medina, whatever the fuck, and all that other garbage. And it made him so much money. It made him, dude, he's a billionaire single-handedly by marketing to black people specifically. So that's why you have every corporate fucking America, every corporate, oh man, look at it, made Tyler Perry a billionaire. This brother has his own jet. All right, I mean, this brother's got like, he's a billionaire. I'm just saying, man. Fucking wake up, man. You know what I mean? Wake up. This is the greatest country on earth. And you fucking people that have been born here, that are second and third generations that are pissing and moaning, you need to figure out what the fuck your priorities are, is all I got to say, man.
The dropouts or the half-baked intellectuals.
And why the hell is she talking so dramatic, like she's like some fucking professor?
Civil service, business,
Fuck off.
mass media,